Every day you stay in a zip code that feels too small for you, too expensive, too stressful. You're losing more than just money. You're losing peace of mind. You're losing mental bandwidth. You're losing a version of yourself you could have already started. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat on your porch and just felt at ease? Like you see in the movies when you see the mother and the daughter sitting on their front porch having a mother-daughter conversation, having a glass of tea. That feeling. When was the last time you felt like that? Or when was the last time you pulled into your driveway and just looked around, sat in the car and said, this is it, this is mine. I feel so at ease. I feel happy that I provided for my family and I have something to pass down. That's a different type of feeling, and that's the type of feeling that we're talking about that you could potentially have if you move to Northeast Tennessee. Let me guess. You've been thinking about moving, but between the news, the high interest rates, the headlines, and that gut feeling you have that everything's just more expensive than what it used to be, you're stuck. You've probably been thinking like, is now even the right time to buy? Will I even regret selling my home? Or am I just crazy for even thinking to relocate right now? If any of that sounds like your inner dialogue, you're probably not alone. But what's even crazier is staying in the same place that's draining you emotionally and physically. Because there's a quiet migration happening in Northeast Tennessee. It's not just affordable, it's where the quality of life finally feels possible again. Because the biggest cost isn't always on paper, sometimes it's the cost of staying stuck. Let's get started. Let's be honest about the housing here in Northeast Tennessee. I mean, we both know that buying a home is more than just buying four walls. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, you're buying peace of mind, you're buying more space if you're coming from out of state, you're buying for your future, which is your family, you're buying a place where you can build memories. I mean, for example, in Johnson City, median home prices averaging right around $279,000. Kingsport, roughly around $245,000. In Bristol, it's right around $230,000. Now, keep in mind that all these prices are anticipated to increase as more people continue to move to the area. And with the property taxes just around 0.64%, no state income tax here in Northeast Tennessee, and the homeowner's insurance averaging right around $1,200 a year, you can see how moving or living in Northeast Tennessee could be beneficial. Now, in comparison to Florida, where the homeowner's insurance is averaging right around $4,200, or in some cases, I'm not quite sure if you saw it. If not, there's a family down in Florida whose homeowner's insurance went from $15,000 to $91,000 a year. So you can just see how living in Northeast Tennessee could potentially be a beneficial thing to your bottom line and your retirement funds, and stretching your money a little bit longer to enjoy your life that you've worked the last 30 to 45 years for. And I know what you're thinking. Sure, yeah, the houses are cheaper, but what about the day-to-day life stuff? So let's go there, because I know you're just not running the numbers. You're picturing in your mind what real life is going to be like if you decide to live in Northeast Tennessee. Your utility bills, well, I mean, it's going to average anywhere between $180 to $240. Now, it is seasonal. For example, depending on how your home is set up or wired, your air conditioning unit could run on electricity, meaning in the summer, you're gonna have a higher electricity bill and then a lower gas bill because your gas will be ran off heat or propane, depending on, again, how it's set up. And again, it's gonna fluctuate. Groceries, well, it is 10 to 15% lower in this area, and keep in mind, we do have the farmer's market for you to take advantage of to get the local grown foods from the area. Healthcare, out-of-pocket costs are up 18%, lower than the national average. And not to mention gas, if you saw one of my previous videos, the state of Tennessee is averaging right around $3.09. And if you're not wasting half your life in traffic like you are in some major cities, and that's a saving of time, which is irreplaceable, and money. So these are numbers your financial advisor should be talking about, but if not, we're going to talk about them today. Just give you some bullet points to kind of chew on when you're thinking about relocating or moving to Northeast Tennessee. But beyond that, what's it worth to have your time back? Well, I mean, we just mentioned, like, it's irreplaceable. What's it worth to feel safe again and not to panic every time your bill shows up? These are some of the numbers that you and your family members, or if you have a financial advisor, should be discussing. realistically, because regardless of where you move, you want to make sure that you can actually afford the day-to-day living and extracurricular things that you would like to do when you're enjoying life. Beyond that, what's it worth to have your time back? I mean, what's it really worth to feel safe again and not panic when a bill comes in the mail? We know what that feels like. And not to get too personal, and you may not realize it, but you're probably already paying a premium. Like I said before, this area is really growing, so you may want to do your research or subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market of the Tri-Cities of Northeast Tennessee. Again, my name is Christopher and we help families just like yours. So if you're looking to move in 9 days or 9 months, simply give us a call, text, or email, and we'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth transition to Northeast Tennessee. Until next time, hope to see you around town.